Praise be to the God above at the night. All I wanna do is love, I don't wanna fight. Why you coming at me telling me to get in line? I can see the pride coming up out your eyes, I'm not surprised. How can I do this? You sound like Judas, confide in the jeweler. I see mountain trying to move her, you live for the moolah. That's kinda cooler, frying the noodles. You pray to Buddha, I bow to Yeshua, I ain't that foolish, no. I've been on the road too long, the Pro Tools broke, but folks who hope they got anxiety but cope with dope. Why you think they listen to NF? Why you think we go to service, never hear the message? Attention span gone to Instagram one. We give the bread off for likes to get on. We build a kingdom, but where was God's son? I don't need no spot at your table, I'm here to see his will done.
Holla, 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 don't forget about the game, yeah. If it ain't about progression, better get it out my face. You're shook by your aggression, but we running our own race. You can't stop the blessing, film, just get up out of the way. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable.
I used to call people and they never call me back. Now they hit my phone like the minute they hear me rap. Oh no, I ain't with the nonsense. I'm a pilot, you a punches. Y'all are not my friends. Yeah, I'ma run this race at my own pace. At my table, always say grace. Holy Father up in heaven, yeah, that's how we pray. You need faith to please God. Reach out, reroute your way of thinking. What if I told you that you were dated like Pinkett? If I drove a Lincoln, would you think so different of me? Hope a Bentley and identity would never coincide. I think the enemy would try to catch with something flashy rolling by. Yeah, they want a piece of the pie, but I'm not willing to divide unless I give it the tithe. Y'all be acting so divine, wanna care critically. If Jesus came up to your table, would you give him a seat? You act so famous, when all of that glory belong to Jesus our Savior. Don't speak, just save it, I'll break bread for ages, cause my table consists of J. Crumb and Fameless.
Holla, 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 don't forget about the game, yeah. If it ain't about progression, better get it out my face. You're shook by your aggression, but we running our own race. You can't stop the blessing, film, just get up out of the way. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable.
Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay. I've been moving dog, yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk, don't care what they say. I don't got no patience, I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it, running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym, I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work, told them it's strictly business. And I see through the face, they all just burning bridges. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. On the road, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. And Mafia, we're going to be talking today about, believe it or not, Bitcoin. And are we potentially on our way not only to 59K, but could we potentially make it up to 262K? And if we do make it up there, guys, I want to talk about why this is going to be an extremely important level of resistance and why it might be the thing that is either going to hold us back from getting a massive breakout, or it also might be the thing that's going to give us that massive dump back down to lower prices. So we're going to be breaking that all down on today's live stream, guys. We're also going to be taking a look at the local levels. Bitcoin is literally sitting at the exact same level that we were at last night's live stream. We got a little bit of a dump yesterday, or not yesterday, but Got a little bit of a pullback, and then we just kind of pumped back up to the same level we were at last night. But we're going to be breaking down the local levels. And again, I want to talk about that, 59 all the way up to $62,000 level, why I'm watching this so closely, and why it might be the turning point for Bitcoin, whether that's going to be bullish or bearish. But I'm going to let you guys know kind of what I think. We're going to take a look at the higher time frame, try to figure out if we're going to get that big dump or that big pump. So shout out to the Candle Mafia guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some free chances to get some free crypto. So smash up that like button. If we get 550 likes on tonight's live stream, I'm going to give away some Frankie Candles hats and maybe a Frankie Candles pen. It's not really a Frankie Candles pen. It's just literally Frankie Candles pen. But yeah, smash up that like button, guys, if you have not already. Let's try to get 550 tonight. I think we could do it. I'm feeling it already. But real quick, guys, let me shut the studio door here. Give me 1 second. All right, so before we jump into the charts, guys, let's go ahead and shout out to Candle Mafia. Who do we got in here tonight? Well, first off, shout out to our mods, guys. Drop our mods some love. We got Rob the Crypto Snob. We got Crypto Anon, and I actually think that's, do we have Crypto Billy in here? I think it's Rob the Crypto Snob and Crypto Anon rolling solo tonight. But go ahead and drop some love for them in the chat, guys. We got K Diggity in the chat, our biggest GOAT fan. What is going on, bro? Phoebe says hi, K Diggity. But we got Tangi in the chat. We got Parnov. What is going on? We got French Toaster in the chat. We got Jordy. What is going on, bro? Thank you for that super chat last night, I think it was. Shout out to Jordy. Let's see. We got Raul Fibonacci. What is going on, bro? Drawing those goats. K Diggity said, love them goats. Let's see. We got Smoke in the chat. We got the Bitcoin Realist. What is going on? After Frankie, shout out to the Bitcoin Realist says, lol, I'm still awake. Gonna nap after Frankie, then wake up for debate. Shout out to Bitcoin Realist. Let's see. Tyler Durden tuning in here. I was looking for your name there, but he must have just popped in. Shout out to Tyler Durden. What is going on, bro? Who's rolling solo? Shout out to Tyler. Thank you for being here, bro. He said my dad owns a GTR. If you guys have never seen that video, go on TikTok or something and type in my dad has a GTR. It's the funniest video ever. Nothing funnier than a dad flexing his kid flexing his dad's GTR. But it's hilarious. Please go look at that video. It's a requirement for tonight's homework. But yeah, shout out to Metavice. What is going on? Good to see you. We got Darren Does Things in the chat. Shout out to you, brother. We got Wayne C, Big Red, and last but certainly not least, we got Cranky dropping that thumbs up and saying, hey, Frankie, what is going on, Cranky? From Frankie to Cranky, what is going on, bro? But with all that being said, guys, we got a lot to look at here on Bitcoin. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's go ahead. So here we are, guys, and there are, again, a few things that I want to look at here. Now, obviously, as you guys know, last night we were looking at the charts here, and I will just kind of bring up what we were looking at there. I'm going to go ahead and turn off Lux Algo just real quick to clean up the charts here. But I do kind of want to talk about what we were looking at yesterday. Now, before we jump into the local levels here and that 61 to 62K target potentially we could be on our way to, I do want to talk a little bit about how we got to where we are. So obviously, guys, as we got this drop down from our 786 golden pocket retracement within this larger downtrend, we came up, retraced into this Fibonacci, Tamagotchi, whatever, same thing. Fibonacci golden pocket 786 retracement for that potential lower high and that drop to the downside. But we did wind up holding support here on that full golden pocket 786 retracement from the low to the high here, sitting between $56,000 all the way down to $353. And this was kind of that last level of support that we were looking at on the live stream, saying, hey, if we don't hold this golden pocket, we could potentially work our way down to that 786, and that 786 is definitely going to be that line in the sand that would hold us back from potentially getting that much bigger drop down to lower prices. So that is what we're holding locally here. Just came in, potentially putting in the higher low here for that continuation up. And then as we were looking at yesterday, obviously looking at some of these lower or medium hourly time frames, money flow is still looking somewhat good. Coming up here on the 3 hour, 2 hour also coming up here for our money flow, which is obviously going to potentially indicate a continuation to the upside. Again, next targets for me, which we were looking at yesterday, are going to be sitting at the local levels we talked about. I'm going to pull those up in just a second. But again, 2 hour money flow back in the green, 3 hour money flow starting to cross back over into the green here. And then that 4 hour is looking pretty nice here, starting to continuing to get that curvature to the upside, which we do like to see. And just to kind of point it out here, we do technically have a bullish divergence here on the 4 hour time frame with our higher low on our momentum momentum waves, lower lows on price. With that money flow coming up, sometimes that can be a strong bottom. So with that being said, we were looking at some local levels yesterday. Let me go ahead and hide that Fibonacci retracement, pull up our current range here, or our local range, looking for that potential rip back into this local profile, flipping that value area low to support, and then looking to continue our journey up to our POC. Obviously, this was kind of our first target here in the premium Discord, as we saw that 90-minute money flow crossover into the green, which is what we were looking at last week to predict this push to the upside, making that golden pocket the next target, sitting at about 58K, which is generally where we're sitting right now. We did get that little pullback. As I mentioned yesterday, I did take a little scalp short off of that, but we are just kind of sitting back at this level, and that leaves us with where is that next target. Now, yesterday, we were looking at the next target being up here at that 786/POC here. We have the 786 Fibonacci retracement, the POC, as well as a daily level of resistance there as well. Not only do we have the daily here on that golden pocket, but we also have it up here at that POC. So the plan here, as long as we can remain, within this volume profile, we would hope that next target, especially if the money flow continues into the green here, that next major target is going to be sitting at this zone here between about 59.1 all the way up to about 59.3, 59.4, and that's going to be kind of the next general level of resistance that I'm watching. Now, in the grand scheme of this volume profile, obviously we are going to be expecting, if you get above that golden pocket, you look for that next target that we looked at yesterday, and then if we can flip that POC, eventually we are going to look for that value area to fill in full. Now, as you guys can see, this is approaching that $60,000 to $62,000 level that I've been talking about, and I do want to dig a little bit deeper into that and talk about why this may be the most important level of resistance for Bitcoin, or kind of the decision-making point for Bitcoin if we can make it all the way up there. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. He said, do me a favor as we approach key resistance. No, shout out to Creighton. Shout out to Creighton. If you guys don't know, Creighton keeps track of real life events and dumps and pumps in the market, and it is pretty funny. Anytime I find a stray dog, which shockingly happens more often than you would think for me, if I find a stray dog, typically the market dumps, and that has happened like 3 times, I think, or 2 or 3 times. So shout out to Creighton C. Recently, I just got, I think food, I don't know, I don't think you can get diagnosed with food poisoning, but I got food poisoning from some Costco, and some Costco food, and he said if we approach key resistance, no Costco tamales, get a Red Bull, don't spill it, maybe one in a green can. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. I appreciate you, man. I will not spill any Red Bull. I will not run out of gas. I will not find any lost dogs if we approach that key resistance, and if I do wind up doing that, just prepare for a massive dump. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. You crack me up, man. With that being said, if we do get up to that level, guys, this is going to be massive, massive resistance, and not only massive resistance, but important levels for many reasons, right? Not only could it give us resistance, but it could be a key level that, if flipped, could open the door to much higher prices. And I'm going to get into that in just a second, but first, I want to... I almost wanted to be like, first, I wanted to hear a word from our sponsor. I feel like everyone says that. It just felt natural coming out of my mouth there. But first, I do want to talk about those signals, right? You see the title, Bitcoin pumps when this happens. Now, typically, when we look at this stuff, guys, it does wind up playing out. Now, not 100% of the time. I've been wrong before. I will be wrong at some point again. But obviously, that 90-minute money flow crossover was the first thing we were looking at for the first push-up. But if we are going to get a bigger push-up here, there is something I'm looking at. Bitcoin pumps when this happens. That's not just clickbait. I actually want to put a signal to the title here and actually deliver on what we put in these titles. And one thing I do want to do is come up to these higher time frames, and you can see we are potentially looking to print a green dot here on the 2-day. Now, if, just like we were looking at that 90-minute money flow crossing into the green with that daily green dot here on the daily for the next push to the upside after this dump, you can see green dot printed, 90-minute money flow crossed over into the green. We got the push to the upside. And just like that green dot was a potential signal for a push higher, this 2-day green dot could be the next thing that I'm looking at on the higher time frames to indicate potentially the rest of the fill of this volume profile and potentially beyond. But again, we got to be really careful around that 61 to 62K level, and I'm going to bring that up right now. Shout out to Mr. 100. Thank you so much for that super chat. Said, AVAX better pump. This is my 17th time with over 650 AVAX from leverage. I'm just going to keep trying till it melts my face. Shout out to Mr. 100. Yeah, we can take a look at AVAX. I'll actually write this down for you. I'll put that on the list. We'll take a look at AVAX for you, and we can see if there's anything on the charts potentially pointing to higher prices for AVAX, and hopefully I can give you some clarity on that. And hopefully, if it does come down, it goes the opposite way. Hopefully, you have a stop loss set so you don't get liquidated. But let's go ahead and move on here. Let's see. Shout out to Goldavelli. Someone said the Discord link isn't working. I kind of talked to Tony D about that. I don't know why that happens. I feel like that happens every time I click the link. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Discord thing. But yeah, shout out to Tony D. At Tony D. Did you ever figure anything out about that? Let me know. But do I think the debates is the reason for the pump? I'll tell you this. I think personally, right, do I think the debates have something to do with the pump? I mean, maybe. But for me, right, like I think this pump here, right, like this was just simply based off what I was looking at on the charts, right, for me, right? And we do this all the time with news, right? Anytime we see bearish news, typically we are already bearish from something we're seeing on the charts. So, you know, is it from the debates? I mean, not the way I look at it, right? The way I look at it was very simple. I look for this magical line to cross over the zero line. I look for this magical red wave to turn green, and then we look for the push to the upside, right? And that's only with the daily green dot, right? It's not just as simple as watching that money flow crossover. You have to understand the other things to look for. But yeah, like for me, like I was looking for this pump all the way back here. We were looking at this last week on the live streams, right? Waiting for that green dot on the daily. And to be actually quite honest, we were looking at that potential green dot all the way back on the 3rd of September, but we never got it, right? And then finally we did get it, and we got that push to the upside. So for me, I am like a 99% technical trader. And, you know, again, it's not that I don't keep news in mind, but oftentimes it's like, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news every single time. Let's see. Shout out to Stefan says, thank you for the super chat. He said, where can I find this oscillator, Frankie? Shout out to Stefan. This is Market Cipher B. You could check this out. I think there is a link in the description down below. If you use my discount code MCFrank20, you could save some money. It is a paid indicator. So yeah, you could check that link in the description and save some money if you do want to get it. But yeah, if not, you can just go to, I think it's marketciphertrading.com. If you don't want to use our link, it's totally fine with me. But yeah, you could check that out. Definitely one of the best indicators, and I'm going to show you again. We're going to get into the 61 to 62K level in a second, but yeah, that is Market Cipher B. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. So yeah, do I think it's the debates? Not me personally. It's not what I'm looking at, right? So there. And I do think that, like, by looking at the charts, you could kind of front run that news, right? Like, and more often than not, right? Like, you're always going to get the front run of that news. Like, not all the time, but like more often than not, you're going to see those bearish signals. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, I did indeed solve the mystery. He said the server recently dipped below 14 boosts, which disables the custom link. Once the boosts came back, the link defaults to a randomly generated one. OG link works now. Shout out to Tony D. I'm going to go ahead and pin that comment. So if you guys want to get into the free Discord, where you will also be able to access our freemium section of the Discord here. This is the premium, and now I don't want to leak anything secret here. But yeah, you'll get access to the free, totally free server here. But you can also get into the dining room, which is a freemium section of the Discord, where you get a weekly premium TA post from here in the premium Discord, where we post trade setups and all that good stuff. Daily TA, multiple posts a day. I'm very active in that Discord. And in the dining room, all you have to do is click that unlock access button, and you'll be able, if you sign up with any of our exchange affiliates, you will be able to click on these, enter in your user ID, and then once you paste your user ID, shout out to Tony D. We're probably gonna have to check on that. That didn't work. But yeah, if you, is this whole thing down? Oh, God. Dining room is down, Tony. Oh, my God. We fixed the Discord link, and now the dining room is down. But, yeah, I'm sure Tony will get that fixed. He'll probably send another chat saying that's fixed in 2 minutes. But once it's back up, you'll be able to click on these links. If you use our affiliate links to get on any of these exchanges, you can click here, paste your user ID, and you'll get access to all these channels. Like I said, premium TA posts, where oftentimes you will get trade setups. Sometimes it's just TA, but oftentimes it is trade setup. So you get a little bit of a free test of what the premium Discord's all about. And then you can also check out the altcoin alpha channel. channel where we actually just changed this. We have our boy in here dropping some fire altcoin sauce. And he is Frankie Candle certified, I'll tell you that. Every time he talks about something, I always regret not buying it. I literally make it a meme. So he's in here helping us now. So you get access to all these premium channels. Again, it's free. You just have to sign up with our affiliate link. So there you go. And then you have the completely free section of the Discord, obviously. We have a bunch of great traders in there, a ton of Mafia. Love helping out new people. So if you want to learn how to trade, it's like one of the best ways to expedite your learning process. Yo, Tony D said fix. No way. No way, Tony. If I click this and, oh God, Tony D makes it really hard not to just continuously just give him continuously give him more money. Yeah, there it is. Shout out to Tony D Fix. Thank you for that, bro. So yeah, guys, go ahead and check that out. And we are going to continue to build this out and try to provide as much free value as we can in here. We really want to make this a fire freemium section. So there you go. All that stuff available in that fixed Discord link. Shout out to Tony D. But let's continue on here, guys. So these are the local levels, right? Very simply put, next target 59.2 or 59.1 all the way up to 59.3, 59.4. And then if we flip that PLC 786, I will be looking up to that 61 to 62K level, which will be the most important level of resistance in my opinion, because if we do wind up getting that 2-day green dot, guys, and that does indicate the big move up, right, or a bigger move up, I do think that will push us up to that 61 to 62K level. And if we get up there, let me turn off these daily levels real quick. I do want to show this, right? If we pull up our current volume profile here, you can see at about 60,460, I'd say 60,200, we do have the macro value area low of our major range here, which is obviously going to be the potential doorway to higher prices. You can see every time we flip that value area low, we either get a full rotation of the range. You can even see here, full rotation of the range. And then even here, we broke the level. We got a bigger move up, but we did not rotate the range. Obviously, we were looking for that lower high here based off of other Fibonacci levels, but either way, if we are going to get above this level, or if we are going to approach that $61,000 or $60,000 to $62,000 level, this value area low is going to be absolutely key resistance. Let me actually get this on the daily chart so I can get the level exactly for you guys. I want to make sure you guys have the most accurate numbers here. Bada boom. So yeah, we'll call this, but yeah, $60,000, right? That is going to be the major key level here. So if we come up there, key level of resistance until proven otherwise, but we do actually have a lot of confluence here, right? Not only do you have the value area low, but if we actually pull up our current range here, you can see up at about $61,500, it is the value area high of our local range that we're looking at. If I turn off the main range, this local range that we're looking at, that value area high is at about 61.5, right? So that is very close to that value area low, giving us a little bit of a confluent level of resistance, right? So this is going to be an incredibly important level of resistance. And if we pull up Lux Algo really quickly, you can see that daily smart trail is absolutely on its way. And if we see the smart trail continue down here, there is a chance that if we approach these levels, that daily smart trail, which would be a pretty important level of resistance, and I'm going to talk about why in a second, but as that smart trail comes down, it's just giving us extra confluence here that this is going to be a very key level of resistance. And I will give you this between 60,000 and about 61,579, right? I would even move that up to the even number of $62,000. And that is going to be by far the most key level of resistance. And to be quite honest, guys, with the way money flow looks on these medium hourly time frames, it doesn't look impossible to get up there, right? So if we did, like I've been talking about the higher time frames a lot recently, talking about how with that 3-day money flow crossover into the red, like this does not look good, right? And remember, money flow indicates the longer term trend, right? And I know I've been covering this a lot lately, but I think it's really important. So, you know, that money flow, like in order to continue the trend, right? This money flow was able to help us predict, right, all these lower highs and lower lows for the continuation of this downtrend, right? Everybody wanted 100K, and we knew money flow was coming out, so it was going to be more high probability to look for the lower highs and the continuation down. Look for the lower high, continuation down. Look for the lower high, continuation down, which were all confluent or all retracements into Golden Pocket 786 retracements, right? I'm not going to pull every single one up because I do it like every single stream just to kind of like nail it into everybody's head. But one thing I do want to show here is that last lower high that we made here, guys. This last time that we got this rejection, not only were we looking at the Golden Pocket, the 786, we also had a tapped weekly naked point of control. I actually wasn't looking at the smart trail at the time for that confluence, but you can see not only did we reject that golden pocket 786, but the smart trail was also flowing right through there at the same time, giving you extra confluence. So if we see that smart trail continue down into this next key level, it could just add, right? Like just look back, right? Last time we came up in here when we had confluence, you got the drop, right? So if we come up here, this could be, especially if that smart trail comes down. By the way, shout out to Lux Algo, also sponsor of the channel. If you guys want to check out Lux Algo's premium indicators, it's unbelievable. They have infinite tools. They also have 150 free indicators. Just search their name in TradingView, including mine, Frankie Candles Essentials. Go download that. But also 100% free. But if you guys want to check it out, link in the description down below. They do 30-day free money-back guarantees. But if we see this happen, guys, it could be potentially not the best place to be looking for massive longs unless the charts call for it, right? Because if we pull, right, price retraces, right? We were looking at a retracement here based off high time frame green dots, right? But with money flow continuing out, we knew that it was likely to put in that lower high and continue down. And not only did we have the smart trail, we have the Fibonacci retracements. And if you could see here, pull that fib from the high to this most current low, you can see, this is why I say bring it up to 62K, because that 786 comes into 62K, and we almost have like almost the same exact situation, right? Money flows continuing out. We have the green dots potentially looking to print, which would make you anticipate a move up, but we have to look at it as lackluster before potentially putting in a lower high and continuing to the downside, just like here, just like here, and just like here. I know it's not the popular thing to say on YouTube, but it is definitely important to look at, because if we were not looking at that, you know, we would have just been like hopium, you know, looking for hopium to the upside, right? So again, not only is it going to be key resistance, but this also, you know, this is like once we get up here, if we are able to get up here, which again, based off medium time frame money flow is not impossible. If we get up there, this is going to be like go time, right? Or decision time, make or break, right? Because if we hold this, that's our best shot, in my opinion, to fake out that higher time frame money flow and get the big move up. But if we don't see that, remember, we have to keep our sentiment in line with the TA, because the TA is going to play out not 100% of the time, but more often than not. So if we come up there, we have to be really careful for that lower high. But if we get up there and we start to hold these levels, maybe we build some support, right? And the money flow starts coming up on other time frames, and we see bullish signals down here, that may be a sign that we are going to get accepted back into the range, and we could potentially look up to higher prices. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know, trading and, you know, just TA in general is not about like, okay, like we're going to look for the long here and look for it to go up to 100K, right? Not at all. We have a lot of work to do to get there, but I want you guys to be prepared with everything. This is going to be the biggest level of support or resistance. I'm sorry. For these reasons, not just because I think 60 to 62K feels bearish, or, you know, it seems like we're going to reject there. There are many, many levels of confluence here. We have to stick to the information, right? The data on the charts, the actual technical analysis. Very simply put, higher time frames. We'll see if we can get up into that smart trail. And then again, that would be decision time coming in between $60,000 and $62,000. And again, if we hide all this stuff, I'm actually going to drag this into our bada boom. And remember that golden pocket 786 is just in time, right? Like, where did we reject here? Golden pocket 786 for the most part, right? Where did we reject here? Pull from the high to the low, golden pocket 786, right? So it would just make a lot of sense. And this is not magic, right? I didn't make this up. This is just simple TA, right? You look for those retracements to continue the trend to the downside, and the higher time frame money flow is pointing to the downside, making it more probable, technically, statistically speaking, for that drop to the downside. But that doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to 47K, 100%, put in your shorts and hold forever, right? We could see the fake out happen, but we have to, you have... Me personally, I am a level-to-level trader. If we get to that 60 to 62K level, right, and things are looking bullish, I will flip my bias, right, and I will be looking more for longs, right? We don't know. We have to wait for price to develop, to get up to that level, to then make that decision. But as of right now, if I go ahead and hide those the higher time frame stuff here, bada boom, whoops, bada boom, bada bing, drop that in here, close that, right? Locally, we'll pull off, shout out to Lux Algo. We will hide that for a second, pull up the local TA. But I will say, locally, I do think there is a possibility of seeing this money flow. And now locally, right, hyper locally, right, some bearish divergences here. Maybe we get a continued pullback. But for the most part, right, this 4-hour money flow crossover into the green would be pointing, especially if we get it to crossover, would be pointing for a move at least. Next local target, 59.1 to 59.3, right? And then again, once we get over that level, this is where we start to get into the danger zone, right? Or I don't even want to say the danger zone, but like the zone of critical resistance, right? Like decision-making time. So there you go. That's the local that's the local analysis as well as the high time frame analysis. So yeah, we'll see if we can continue up through this zone. See if the volume profiles will play out once again, because as you guys know, deviate below the lows. This is where you want to be looking for longs, especially if that 90-minute money flow crossover is in the green here. You look for a flip of that value area low to support, and then eventually you look to go to the POC and the value area high. But you just have to be aware of these local levels of resistance. So there we go. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Mr. Wolf. Yeah, that could be the case, right? Obviously, as you guys know, Trump is pro-crypto. Shout out to Dave Digital in the chat. What is going on, bro? Dropping those candle emojis. What is going on, Dave? Good to see you in here. But yeah. So obviously, Trump is pro-crypto. So, if he... if he doesn't win, there probably will be, in my opinion, probably some kind of a dump. So, yeah, maybe you will be able to pick up some cheap crypto. Tony D said, not urgent. Read my message in the free Discord. Shout out to Tony. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Pennywise dropping those candlesticks. But let's see here. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Wick 589 said, Frankie Super Boomer, anything pop culture. And Frankie says, huh? What's that? Lord of the Rings? Is that a movie? Yo, shout out to Wick 589. Yeah, I feel like I'm like a boomer with my generation's pop culture. Like all that kind of stuff, like I don't know, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I was never really my thing. Dragon Ball Z, not really my thing. But I will say this: I feel like I am on like Gen Alpha TikTok, which is basically just like brain rot. It's like I either know like the really really like young generation stuff, or it's not good. I think I tried to watch Lord of the Rings at too young of an age. I was like too young to watch Lord of the Rings. I was like, this is just like guys running across a mountain for like 5 hours. I just didn't understand what was going on. I was too young, but it ruined it for me. It just ruined it for me. But yeah, shout out to Wig 589. Shout out to Jordy dropping that super chat. Said I'm a macro trader. You're my DT guru. Before we hit on alts, could we look at the others log chart? In my main macro, it's my main macro indicator, and I think we are completing a retest. Am I just smoking funny stuff? Shout out to Jordy. Yeah, we can take a look. Yeah, we can pull up others right now. But there you guys go. All the key levels on Bitcoin, what I'm expecting. Money flow looks pretty good on the medium time frames. Short-term pullbacks, maybe. But as long as we're able to continue those higher lows and remain within this range, we could look for that fill. And then once you get up to that 60 to 62K level, that's where we need to start paying attention to the heavy resistance. Now, if we pull up the others chart, bada boom. Okay, let's take out others. So, yeah. Let's take a look here. We'll take a look at the higher time frames. Get rid of that random trend line. Okay, so, I mean, kind of similar to Bitcoin, right? As we got to drop to the downside, yeah, I mean, this would have been, right, if we were looking at this before, as we were dropping down, or before we were dropping down, I would be simply looking at this Golden Pocket 786, right, just from a technical standpoint. Golden Pocket 786, right, very similar to Bitcoin. Same level that we're bouncing off of, right, same theory, right? So, yeah, I mean, if we can hold this higher low, technically, we could see that continue up. Now, does this mean that, like, alt season is 100% going to begin? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but we would really have to hold this. And to be quite honest, it is going to depend on what Bitcoin does, right? Like if Bitcoin's not going to, if Bitcoin's just going to break down and make another lower low, it's like very rare that like altcoins are just going to rip up like in a crazy way and alt season's going to start. But I will say, if we take a look, when we start taking a look at the altcoins, things don't look super bad, right? Especially on the medium time frames. You could see here, like even on others, right? 5-hour money flow coming up, 4-hour money flow just crossed over into the green. So I will say from like a medium time frame perspective, like this doesn't look horrible. So yeah, we could potentially see, and it just kind of all lines up, right? Because like if Bitcoin pumps, the alts are gonna pump, right? So I don't think like it's gonna start like the alt season that everyone looks for. To be quite honest, right? I just don't think we're there yet. But that doesn't mean that the altcoins can't pump, right? So it's kind of hard to say. Like, could it be an alt season at some point? Yes. But when I think alt season, I think you wake up every morning and your portfolio is 3x, right? 5x, 10x. Oh my God, that altcoin I bought, everything's going up. You can't lose. Everyone's making money. Like that is parabolic bull run, super alt season. So for me personally, that's just how I kind of, I would maybe like that's how I define alt season, right? So, but if I'm being honest, right, like money flow coming up here, crossing over into the green, like this looks bullish, right? Like just from a technical standpoint, like this is definitely what you want to see for a continuation of this trend up. And we all know if others is coming up, altcoins are obviously going to move up. But again, like at that point, I do think Bitcoin's going to run up as well, right? So yeah, just Jordy, from a technical standpoint, right? 4-hour money flow coming up. You're holding that as long as you hold this higher low. It's same thing as Bitcoin. Hold that 786. Hold that higher low. This money flow would be calling, even if you pull back a little bit, it would be calling for higher lows and higher highs, right? So could be good for altcoins, and we'll see that as we look at the altcoins here in just a minute. So yeah, there you go. Take a look at the weekly. One thing I do like on others, I was actually looking at this before. Weekly green dot. On top of that, monthly VWAP starting to curve up. But that weekly green dot is not looking bad. So, weekly green dot, like, again, is that indicative of massive alt season? I don't know. Kind of hard to say. Like, me personally, I don't think that's what it would call for. But, weekly green dot, even if we see this push up a little bit, I do think that would send the altcoins up in some way, right? So there you go. I would be probably, like 2-day green dot as well, right? Like, just like Bitcoin, like that 2-day green dot is likely to continue us up, especially with the way this medium time frame money flow looks, right? So medium term, bullish on others. For sure. Shout out to Jordy. I hope your altcoins pump, bro. I hope they pump. All right, let's see. Shout out to Anonymous. Shout out to Anonymous. Said, is FET good for long-term holding? I do. I think AI coins will wind up getting another run. Like, it's hard to say, right? Like, to be quite honest, right? Like, especially in crypto, a lot of these coins will fly. And, a lot of people, it's 99% speculation, right? Most of the projects that rip, honestly, some of the ones that rip the hardest, it's like it's all speculation, right? Like, very few of these altcoins even make it into the next cycle. So is Fetch good for a long-term hold? In my opinion, like, I hold Fetch, and yeah, I'm holding it into 2025, right? Assuming the rest of the market comes up, I do believe that Fetch will pump. That doesn't mean that it will, right? Again, right, like, I just think that it's more about, especially in crypto, it is more about riding the narratives than necessarily like holding on to the biggest utility, right? Like, because again, like, a lot of this stuff is just like they make a roadmap, right? And then the roadmap is like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Like, they're going to get this partnership. They're going to do this. It's going to be there once they build out this, and this is going to work good, and this is going to be great, and this is going to revolutionize this, right? And then the thing rips like crazy, which is fine, right? Because you can make tons of money off that. But very rarely do these things like come back in the next cycle fulfilling all those roadmaps, right? Usually they just disappear, try to go to their website, it's gone. And that's like the craziness of the bull market. But I do like Fetch. I do think it will continue to pump personally, right? But that does not mean that is guaranteed. I just want to be very clear about that. But I'm holding it. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth. Shout out to Jordy, said, exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you. Shout out to Jordy. Shout out to you, bro. Well, hope those alts rip. Let's see. It's so Fetch. Shout out to Wick589. That's a reference. It's from, I don't know what that's from. Is that from, it's that movie with, what's her name? Lindsay Lohan. Mean Girls? Is that it? Mean Girls? Shout out to Wick. All right, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. If you want to see your favorite altcoins, go ahead and drop them in the chat right now. Rob the Crypto Stomp account update. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Wick's wife. Yeah. I grew up with a sister. That movie's actually fire. That movie's hilarious. No, the pop culture. Shout out to Wick. Let's see. Okay. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, shout out to Lars, said inverse head and shoulders on the Bitcoin daily. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly, like an invert, like boom, boom, boom type thing, or maybe even a boom, boom, boom kind of thing. I'm not a big pattern trader, to be quite honest with you, but that might be what you're looking at. Yeah, yeah, double bottom, kind of the same thing. Let's see. That is a good movie. Shout out to Creighton C. But yeah, drop those altcoins in the chat. Rob the Crypto Stomp, count the votes, and let us know what we're looking at. But I'm going to start off here on Ethereum, guys. Let me go ahead and pull it up over here. To be quite honest, like, same thing as yesterday, right? As long as we remain in this volume profile, I'm not even really going to spend a lot of time on this, right? Because this is the same thing as yesterday. hold above that POC, hold above that monthly, right? Like just inside this volume profile, look to continue the journey up to your value area high, although we do have some key, or I don't know if I would call it key, but local resistance ahead, right? So you have this daily level, bada boom, I will label that. By the way, guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll be dropping the first video in our beginner series, and it is a TradingView masterclass. It is literally the only video you ever need to watch on TradingView. I talk about how to organize your charts, how to organize your actual drawings, how to use the object tree, shortcuts, my top 5 favorite shortcuts, top 5 favorite altcoins, top 5 favorite shortcuts on TradingView. So even if you use TradingView, you will still find some value in that. And then, yeah, that beginner series, I'm pretty excited about this. It's going to bring everybody who might be new to the charts or new to learning how to use TA, to know from knowing nothing to absolutely understanding, at least on a surface level, how to read a chart, how to find support and resistance, how to look for trades, all that good stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That will be dropping tomorrow. And this one I worked very hard on. It's quite a long video, but it is giving all the sauce. It's like I'm just dropping gems here and there, here and there, here and there. Constant gem dropping. But let's continue on here. Yeah, very simply put, inside this volume profile, I would keep an eye on this daily. We also I would be looking at this Fibonacci retracement. So, obviously that golden pocket daily is going to be kind of the next area of resistance, in my opinion, for Ethereum. And then once you get above that, you have your 786 at $2,500, and then your value area high sitting at $2,550. But yeah, pretty simple stuff here. Daily bull div, right? Marked out here on Lux Algo, daily bull div into the value area low, not uncommon to see a bounce off of that, right? So, but you have to be careful around these levels of resistance. And then don't forget, if you do get up to that value area high, you do have confluence with this golden pocket, right? So next key levels of resistance here for Ethereum are definitely going to be, about 24 to 2,500, and then up here closer to 2,580. 2560, right? So those are the key levels. Other than that, just looking for this to respect the volume profile. But yeah, like daily bull div here on Market Cipher as well. Yeah, green dot looking to print on the weekly as well. And again, like, does this, we still need the fake out on money flow. Like, this money flow still looks pretty horrible, right? I always want to be clear about that. This money flow coming out looks absolutely terrible, right? But with the way, if we get that green dot on these higher time frames, could get a retracement up, but we just have to look at that as potential lackluster pushes to the upside before it return back to lower prices, until proven otherwise, right? Like, we may break the trend, right? But we have to wait to see if that's going to happen. So, 4-day money flow, pretty grossly coming into the red here. However, you are potentially going to print a green dot here soon. So I would say, like, shorter term, medium time frame bullish, but just still doesn't get us out of the woods here with the higher time frames. So just keep that in mind. All right. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so let's continue on here. Taking a look at the 2-day. Yeah, 2-day bull div printing now, right? So again, like, continuation up would be likely. Looking at the 2-day here, especially with that bull div. 2-day bull divs on altcoins typically do give you pretty nice moves, right? Like, you can see back here, lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your momentum waves, money flow coming up. Yeah, that's the one thing, though, right? Like, your money flow is, you want that money flow to come up, right? Because the money flow is what gives you the follow through. Right? Like a bull div, like, let me try to find a bull div with money flow coming out. No, you don't really. Yeah. So you have a bull div here, right? Lower lows, higher lows, right? But you just don't get the follow through. You get the pump, and then you get the dump. And then you even get a pump, but it's not real follow through, right? It's just kind of like, and then you kind of just go sideways. To really get those big, massive moves, you want money flow, especially on the 2-day, to do something like this. Curving to the upside, right? That's what gives you the massive moves. That is not what we're seeing here. Now, it doesn't mean we can't see it, right? We could see this eventually start to come back up, but we still need to see that. But again, that div here, like, is still likely to give you some kind of push to the upside, at least locally, even if it's not going to give you the money flow crossover and the big leg up. So there you go. That is what I'd be looking at here on Ethereum. Shorter time frames, 4-hour money flow still coming up here, a little overbought. So again, choppy in the short term is very likely going to be choppy, but medium and high, medium time frame bullish. It's just really those high daily time frames that are not necessarily pointing in the right direction. But yeah, shorter term, kind of coming up here. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. How many alts, Rob? Let's do like 3 alt requests. I'm gonna take a look at AVAX. We just took a look at ETH. I'll jump into AVAX here, and then we'll do like 3 requests. Jumping in on AVAX. Let's see here. So, to be quite honest, let's pull that fib. Actually, let's come on over here. Let's come to this AVAX chart. Take a sip of that as Techie Cactus Moss Water. Big pump. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to lie. Though. This actually doesn't look that bad. So, yeah, I mean, kind of. I don't remember when we were looking at this, but, key level of support sitting down here. Monthly naked point of control, macro value area high of the larger range here, from, hang on a second. Oh, yeah. So we had the larger bear market range, right? We got the huge rip through here, broke out, and now we're coming back down. This is still your danger zone. You want to hold above $21, right? If you don't hold above this $21 level, you get stuck underneath here. That opens the door to potentially come down to your POC, which is definitely what we were looking at on our way down. What happened? You come down, you kiss your POC. But now, if we can remain above this level, I don't think it's looking that bad, right? If we come up to the higher time frame, mark out that POC. Whoops. Mark out that POC one more time. Right there. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes, guys, when you're looking at these volume profiles and you get a breakout, sometimes you can get a retest of the previous POC before the big move. Now, I'm not calling for the massive move here, but that could be what's happening, right? But just locally, I will just say this. 2-day money flow actually not looking bad. 2-day money flow coming up. 3-day money flow not as much, but we're getting the daily. We're getting the daily green dots here. 3-day green dot. 4-day green dot. 5-day green dot. 6-day VWAP's already above the 0 line. Weekly above the 0 line as well. 16-hour money flow coming up. Yeah, 6 hour, 5 hour, 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, medium hourly time frames look good for a continuation, to be quite honest. So next target here on AVAX, in my personal opinion, would be, very simply put, yeah, I would be looking for, especially with that 4-hour money flow crossover. Now, again, could you see local chop? Yes, but if we could decisively break this value area low at 24.24, hold it as support, I would be looking, you have your Fibonacci levels here, but POC value area high, right? And to be honest, this is what you want to see on money flow for that move. If you're going to see the fill of this range, you want to see the money flow coming up. Oftentimes, I'm talking about how, guys, if we want the big move up, we need money flow curving into the green, but we don't have that. We have the opposite, right? That's usually what I'm saying if we're not seeing it, but we are seeing this, right? So again, this would kind of hold with the idea if Bitcoin's going to continue up to that $59,000 to $60,000, $62,000 zone. This is kind of agreeing, right? Looking all the same as Bitcoin. So again, in my opinion, with the way money flow looks, if we could flip this level of we could flip this level here to decisive support, start getting some higher time frame candle closes above here, I'd be looking up towards about 25.86 and then up to about 27.23. Now, just because we're seeing the money flow crossover here doesn't mean you can't fake out back to the downside. But again, you can see here, if you just mark out all of these money flow crossovers, last one wound up giving you, a pretty nice move of about 37%. This one, the one before that, wound up giving you about 30%. The one before that was kind of choppy. Didn't really give you much, right? But oftentimes, these money flow crossovers on the 4-hour are pretty nice, at least for the local price action, right? Not necessarily calling for new all-time highs, but at least, if we're going to look for a move up to about $27, we could potentially see that happen. So there you go. Money flow looking pretty nice here. 8-hour green dot. Let's check that 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute money flow has been in the green. So, yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Key levels, 24.20, 25.77, and then 27.23 as your targets to the upside. And if we see that 5-hour, 4-hour money flow continue into the green, I do think you may be able to get there. So there we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, September is a trap, guys. Shout out to Shunzin. Yeah, I mean, listen, September is technically a bearish month more often than it isn't. It's not every September. I want to be clear about that. We talked about this on the live stream for the past few streams. Not a guaranteed bearish month, but oftentimes September is statistically more bearish than bullish, whereas October is the bullish month, right? More often than it isn't. I'm sure there is a chart that you could find online. There is a chart. I know there's a chart online that you could look that kind of brings that up and shows you like what September. I mean, you could just look at it on the monthly chart, right? Come over to Bitcoin, come to the monthly chart, hide the TA, right? So we come on over to our Septembers, right? So this September currently is a red monthly candle, and then come up to our last one, right? So this one actually last September in 2023 actually was bullish, right? Technically. So it's not all of them, but you did get, it was kind of like a doji candle, but it was bullish. And then, but yeah, if you go back and test this, guys, like more often than not, it is a bearish month, right? So you have a bearish one here in 2022. 2021 bearish. But yeah, I think you guys know this, right? 2020 bearish, right? So more often it is bearish. October's oftentimes bullish, but and I'll be honest with you, 3-day money flow still not looking good. But anyway, let's see. Shout out to the Biomex. Said, talk to me, the Greek. Just don't feed me the goat. Shout out to the Biomex. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here. Wait, shout out to the Biomex. You changed your name again? He was the Bionic Mexican. Now he's Biomex. Well, first he was Biomex, then he was the Bionic Mexican. Now he's back to Biomex. Shout out to Biomex. Actually, fun fact about Biomex. Back when we first started the channel, on the giveaways, we did like 15-minute calls where I would just do whatever. Not do whatever, but like, whatever. They wanted to do TA, ask questions. We would do like 15-minute calls with Mafia members as giveaways, and the Biomex was one of the first people to ever do that. And shout out to the Biomex. Let's see. He said I've got 5, Frank. I've got 5 handles, Frankie. Shout out to the Biomex. All right, that makes sense. But shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for being here in the live stream. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Carrie Stressel said, I'm just here for the calves and wrists. Yo, shout out to Carrie, bro. Let's go. I would show calf right now, but unfortunately, I do have the dogs out. And I'll tell you this: I may have glistening calves, but those dogs ain't as pretty. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, shout out to the Biomex. Said, shout out to you, bro. It was an honor. It was an honor to talk to you, Biomex. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Shout out to Tony. Said Discord ping. I'll come back to that in a minute, Tony. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the reminder. Yo, shout out to the Biomex. I'll post a picture from Bitcoin of Frankie's calf for those that are have a hankering on X. Shout out to the Biomex. Yeah, I mean, hey. Feel free, bro. Feel free. Do you have? Yeah, I think I do remember you taking a picture of me giving you a picture of my. That's so funny. People literally come up to me and say, "Let me see the calves." It is funny. But anyway, let's see. I need face melting pumps. Shout out to Mr. 100. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. So yeah, for AVAX, that was AVAX, right? Let's take a look. So yeah, that's what. Am I tripping? Oh, the TA is off here. There we go. I think it was the Coinbase chart we were looking at. Yeah. So if we see that, hey, maybe we'll see that. Hold that value area high. Those are the next areas I'd be looking at, Mr. 100. So there you go. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, Tony D. Oh, okay. Shout out to Tony. But yeah, let's see here. Let's go ahead and yo, shout out to You Grow, I Grow. Said calf implants without gains. Shout out to You Grow. Yeah, it's actually funny. I knew a guy with calf implants, and he hated me, which is hilarious. It's actually weird. Yeah, wild. Mine are all natural. But yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm a hard walker. Solana. Yeah, we'll take a look at Solana, and then we'll jump into CRV, Ondo, INJ, all that good stuff. But yeah, Solana, like same old story here on Solana, holding those lows that we've been watching, down at the value area low 786. If we can get that continued pump, next major zone I will be looking at is sitting here between 143.59 and 148.48. And just very simply put, it is the macro volume profile, right? So we do want to be careful here on that major level, right? Because if we pull our fib, bada boom, it could be a macro lower high, right? Or a, just a technical lower high here in this fib zone before coming lower if we do see the bearish scenario play out. However, if we're able to get above those levels and start holding that POC as support, we could potentially start to look up towards those value area highs. Or that value area high, it's a singular value area high at 170.37 and 175.75. What's up? 175.75 and 148.48. That's a little bit that's suspicious. I don't trust like that. But anyway, yeah, that's like very simply put. Other than that, looking very, very similar here. 4-hour money flow looking absolutely beautiful here. Now, that does not mean that we are guaranteed to see the crossover, but I'll be honest, like just back test it, right? Last time we saw that money flow crossover on Solana, we wound up getting the push up, right? Last time we saw the money flow crossover over here on Solana, we saw the push up, right? So yeah, like just very simply put, that is what I'd look for. If we see that crossover, it would definitely be calling for higher prices, and those next targets would be 148.359 to 148.48, up here to the value area high, 170 to 175. All right, let's see. Bada boom, shout out to Bitbeard. Shout out to you, bro. He says, hashtag meme coins on AVAX are ready to rip. Pick some winners now. Shout out to Bitbeard. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they're going to rip, if AVAX rips, I would assume that the meme coins will rip as well. So yeah, hopefully they do. Let's see. Yo, shout out to the Biomex said posted it in the Discord. Hope that was okay too. Shout out to the Biomex. Hey, Tony D, if you could drop that Discord link, get in the Discord, see a fresh picture of those calves. So there you go. Let's see. Shout out to Smoke said WTF. I don't know. Shout out to Smoke. I don't know. Shout out to Smoke though. WTF. But anyway, let's continue on here. Bada boom, bada bing. Big debate. Does Tino from Traders Reality, shout out to Tino's, shout out to Tino from Traders Reality, have a Rottweiler or a bear on his background? I don't know. I guess they're kind of equally as terrifying sometimes. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. That is what I'm looking at on Solana. Let's go ahead and check out Curve. Or CRV, as some people say. Let's take a look here. Bada boom. Do we have any? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this is old. Kind of hard to see. Like daily naked point of control. Yeah, that's an old golden pocket. Yeah, I don't know when these levels are from. This daily naked point of control wound up being the literal top coming from back here. But these are all old levels. Probably clear this whole chart now. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out. Let me just take a quick look at Bitcoin here. Yeah, Bitcoin just kind of still meandering. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out Curve here. Pull up some key levels. I'll pull the volume profiles, and we'll get all the fire TA here, all the fire sauce that you guys are looking for. So yeah, I mean, kind of a few ways to look at this, right? Like this is kind of the larger volume profile, in my opinion, right? I'd be looking at something like this. Value, whoops, bada boom, bada bing, value area high, POC, value area low, right? So key level of resistance to break right now, about 28 cents. Get above that level, it would open the door to potentially get a shot up into that 32-cent level. So yeah, very simply put, 28 cents, key level of resistance that must break in order to see the bigger move up. Money flow on the 4-hour is looking as good as it is on everything else. Still coming, not as good, right? I like to see like a nice clean curve, right? More closely to what we were seeing on AVAX. Right? Like if you see on AVAX, that nice curve. But, you know, it is still curving up here, so that is somewhat nice. Checking out that 2-hour, you know, kind of bing-bonging around here. 3-hour. Money flow looking to cross over into the green, right? Like if we get these medium time frame crossovers into the green on money flow, we are likely to see that push to the upside. And very simply put, I would be looking up towards that value area high at 32 cents. 90-minute, yeah, locally probably going to be choppy on the short time frames, but I could pull some of these. You know, again, we are expecting, right, as long as we're above that value area low. Next likely place for price to go is the POC. Flip that POC, looking up to the value area high, but you have to understand the local levels in between, right? Because it's not just going to be a likely straight shot, right? It's going to be a journey, right? You're probably going to come up, a little bing bong around. You might cling to the POC. Remember, the POC is the area where the most volume was transacted, making it the strongest magnet within the volume profile. So sometimes you can cling to that level. So it's never just a straight, or it's not oftentimes a straight shot. You can see it happen here. But oftentimes it's very confusing. So I would be aware of some key levels here as you work your way up. So yeah, daily level here, we're like about to approach. So I would definitely be watching that as your next local level of resistance, sitting here at about 29 cents. And then if we pull our fib from the high to the low, yeah, I mean, these would be the levels, right? Value area high, golden pocket confluence, sitting right there at about 32 cents. But other than that, I would be... Yeah, I mean, we could pull the local levels until we're blue in the face, but these would kind of be the major levels I would look at, right? These are the ones I would be careful around if we approach them. But again, just in the grand scheme of things, you know, I want to give you the local levels, but in general, that money flow crosses over, and we do continue the uptrend as we would expect on the medium time frames, the 4-hour money flow, not the higher time frames, right? That medium time frame money flow does not negate. Actually, the 3-day is looking a lot different than Bitcoin. 4-day, yeah, this money flow is way different than Bitcoin, to be quite honest with you. This has just been in the red forever. We never got to cross over into the green here, but at least on curve. But, you know, this 4-hour money flow, even on Bitcoin, does not negate the bearish money flow on the higher time frames like the 3-day, right? It's all about understanding context. But locally, you know, if that 4-hour money flow continues up, these are the levels I'd be looking at on CRV. So there you go. Shout out to Blockchain Domain. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. We got Elite Ways Easy. What is going on, bro? Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, shout out to Wick 589 said, did y'all know Kamala was 5'4"? They had to make some special podium for her. Lol. Wick, is that true? Is that true? That's funny. That's hilarious if that's true. What? That's weird. Why wouldn't they just put her on like an app, like a stool or something? Why would they make a special podium? Interesting. Shout out to Wick 589. Please let me know if that is true. Let's see. All right, let's continue on here. Let's go, Frankie. 500 likes. Oh, baby, are we at 500 likes? Oh no, 419. Well, let's get it to 500 likes. Shout out to Creighton C. Guys, smash that like button. Let's go. It's 420. Let's get it up to 500 in the next 2 minutes. And then let's get it to 550. We'll give away some Frankie Candles hats on Friday's live stream. And I'll just keep dishing out the sauce. So you guys keep clicking the like button. Let's go ahead and check out Ondo. Ondo, baby. Ondo. Let's check it out. Yeah, Ondo, same thing, right? Like, just like on Bitcoin. And this is kind of the thing that's a little bit, like, repetitive on the altcoins, right? This is why, you know, for the most part here, like, the altcoins are just going to be looking very similar to Bitcoin, right? We're holding the higher low here, technically on the Golden Pocket 786, right? Same thing on Bitcoin. Excuse me, and everything else. Shout out to Tony D said, how many likes to let me leak the 2014 video of you seeing a cruise ship in person for the first time? Tony D, there is no amount, 2 million likes. Shout out to Tony D. I will never, yeah, we'll never let you, I will never release embarrassing footage of me. Actually, that's not really embarrassing footage. But yeah, if you've ever seen a cruise ship for the first time, if you've never seen a cruise ship, when you see a cruise ship for the first time, it is mind-boggling. It's like, how is this thing on water floating? It's insane. It's literally like a skyscraper laying down in the water, floating somehow. Insane. But anyway, let's continue on. Shout out to Tony D. We'll say 750 likes. I'll say that. 850 likes. No, 750 we're probably safe. But let's see. Let's continue on. Shout out to Retro Mike said, Tony leaks that. If Tony leaks that, I'll leak a photo of Wick's wife, Fine89, and Taylor Swift. Oh, hey, shout out to T-Swift. Shout out to Swifties out there. Yo, shout out to Crypto Billy in the chat, bro. What is going on? He says POC, POC, POC. I say POC, POC, POC. Hashtag givers gain. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Welcome in, bro. I don't know why. Okay, Billy, please tell me for the love of God you just got here. Okay, I think that's true. Because last time I was like, Billy, did you just get here? Like, I've been here the whole time. And I was like, how come I didn't see you? Shout out to Crypto Billy. But let's continue on here, guys. Yeah, holding that higher low here on the Fibonacci retracement. So, yeah, I mean, just very naturally, let's come up to the daily here. I don't know why this volume profile looks like this. Let me move that. You know, very naturally here, if, get rid of these older levels, get rid of that fib, get rid of this fib. We never wound up hitting that, I don't think. So, yeah, I mean, very naturally, right? last area of balance that we had. Actually, hang on a second. Let me redraw this range. Boom. Boom. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So, all right, I'll just keep that. That's exactly what I was looking at. So, very simply put, remember, price is always seeking fair value. So, if we continue this imbalance to the upside, very clearly, this level at 70 cents is your key level of support or resistance to flip to support in order to get a move up to 81 and then 86 to 85 cents. So, yeah, very simply put, if we see this move continue, I would look to get accepted into this value area, potentially respect it, and then that makes this value area high the next doorway to higher prices to target the next area of balance, right? Just seeking out those previous areas of balance. So that's what I'd be looking at here on Ondo. Locally, yeah, 4-hour money flow crossover into the green. I would say it's not looking too horrible. Not looking too horrible. With the money flow crossovers, guys, we could see the continuation up here locally. But those are the local levels. Next target to the upside or next major level to the upside that I would watch. Yeah, I mean, value area low locally at 65 cents, but really that value area low closer to 70 cents is the more important level in my own personal opinion. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at here on Ondo. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's continue on here. Let's take a look at INJ or INJ, as some people would call it. I also think some people were saying ICP was pumping. Is that true? Wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, ICP definitely pumping. Was there news on ICP? What happened here? Of course, Insane Clown Posse comes up. There we go. Let's see. Do we have anything? Interesting. I don't see anything. Why is ICP pumping so hard? What is going on here? I mean, well, I don't know. 90-minute money flow crossover? Probably. I mean, hey, those daily green dots and 90-minute money flow crossovers. But, yeah, I don't know. This is that's a pretty hard pump, to be quite honest. It's just weird because it's pumping more than everything else. That's what makes me think that there's might be news. ICP. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Somebody in the chat, let me know why it's pumping, news-wise. Yo, shout out to Wick said, why is ICP pumping? What took it so long? Shout out to Wick. But yeah, pretty big pump there. Not looking too bad. This thing is flying. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Going back to all-time high. Shout out to I'm My Hero. I mean, well, yeah. I don't know about all-time. I mean, yeah, maybe eventually. I don't know, off this pump. Still a lot of work to do here. But yeah, maybe one day. I don't know. You know, ICP's interesting, right? Like, this thing did nothing but go down, and then eventually, like, everyone just started getting bullish on it. I don't know. I've seen some, like, conspiratorial stuff on ICP. Not that it means anything, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know why it's pumping. Yeah, hope it's a leader for the rest of the alts. I hope. B knows. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Senza said, I don't know, but I'm glad it's one of the coins that I'm hitting. Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. Elite Way says, I love ICP. Yeah, I don't know. I'm long from value area low. Value area high. Headed to value area high. Shout out to Emperor. I don't know if you're talking about ICP or if you're talking about I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but hopefully, I mean, very likely. Okay. Oh, yes, ICP. Okay, yeah. I assume you were looking at this volume profile, not the one that I was showing, but you're probably looking potentially at that value area is what I would think. If not, I don't know what other yeah, I mean, I would say, hey, like if you're looking at this volume profile, you would look to flip 923 in order to get a move to the POC and value area high. But yeah, I don't know exactly which one you're looking at, but likely not the ones that I was showing. Not Ondo. Let's take a look at INJ. So yeah, INJ already at the local value area high. I guess we looked at this recently. Yeah, I mean, hey, guys, this is going to be something that we look at in the, what do you call it? Beginner series. I will be talking about Fibonacci retracements, making kind of like an updated tutorial. But last time, I assume the last time we looked at this, right? As we got this pump to the POC, pulling from the low to the high here, giving us this golden pocket 786 zone in confluence with that value area low, was letting us know, hey, if we come back down there, this would be the area to look for a bounce in order to get back up to the POC and up to the value area high. So that has filled in full. That is nice to see. Now, the next kind of thing that I would be looking at is, at least locally, if you could get the bigger breakout, right? If I go ahead and hide this range, let me go ahead and drop this in a folder. Bada boom. I'm going to show you guys how to do all this in the video dropping tomorrow, how to keep everything nice and organized. But if we hide that, I would kind of be looking at this as your next area of balance. I mean, you're already almost there. So yeah, I would say this right now on INJ, if you can break $18 or $19, break above this, I would look to come into that 21. Yeah, I would look to come up into this zone. I actually think we looked at these levels on a recent live stream, right? If we can break out here, I would be looking at, if you pull up the VPVR, bada boom, turn off the value area low, value area high, POC, bada boom. Yeah, if we could break out of this level, that could give you your quicker move up to your next key level, which I would say starts at about 21, right here, 21.55. That's what I would be looking at. Very simply put. There you go. So yeah, and actually, you could just kind of keep an eye on the current profile, right? Because this other profile here is like not really, this value area high is not much past this one, right? So, zone number 1, this is kind of your doorway to higher prices, right? $19. Get above $19, hold that shelf of volume, break into the low volume gap, get your move up to 21.58. Money flow looking pretty good, right? So I don't think that's super impossible to do. So there you go. Let's see. Just 100 more likes. Let's go. Smash that like button, guys. 3 on the count of 3. Everybody smash the like button. We could easily get at least 50 likes. We still have 577 people in here. So if you smash the like button in 3, 2, 1, smash that like button. We could easily jump up to 500 here. Glitch out the like button here. Shout out to Elite Ways EZ. Said, Candle Father Frankie. He's the candle daddy. Lol. Best CC on YouTube. Am I tripping? Best chart. Best candle Cobra. Candle. Shout out to Elite Ways EZ. I appreciate you, bro. CC. Best CC. Best crypto. Oh, 478, baby. Run it up to 500. I know we can do. Content creator, noob. Shout out to RMT. Let's go. There you go. CC content creator. Yo, somebody last night said shout out to the CM fam. And I always abbreviate CandleMafia to CMOB. Candle Mob. But CM, it took me a second to be like, CM. CandleMafia. That's right. Shout out to RMT. Let's see. Shout out to Nathan. Yeah, shout out to Nathan. If you watch my TradingView tutorial dropping tomorrow, I show you how to get your charts looking like mine. I don't, I assume it's like I literally show you how to set up the chart like me. Obviously, this Market Cypher B is a paid indicator, so that is going to be something that you kind of need to like buy to get that to look exactly the same. But as far as like the candle colors, I teach you how to come in here and change the candle colors. I simply show you how to do everything. I don't show the exact colors that I use, but I could just always show that. It's this blue and this purple, but you can change it to whatever you want. But yeah, I show you, like, literally it is going to be the biggest TradingView, the only TradingView tutorial you need to see to understand everything. I've been looking at the charts for, I would love to know when I made my first TradingView account. I was using TradingView before I even knew what I was doing. But yeah, like I've been using TradingView for ever. And there's just like, I'm always discovering new things. But I show you guys exactly how to use all the important stuff, how to set up the charts like I do, and how to organize things, how to use all the different tools, all my top 5 favorite shortcuts that I like to use that'll save you a ton of time, so you don't have to keep going back and drawing your lines and coming back and drawing your lines, and you could just start drawing your horizontal levels of support super, super, super quick like that. But with that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody for sticking around here and hanging out with us till the end. And hopefully we can see Bitcoin, again, continue up to those higher targets, potentially getting us to that 61 to 62K level where, again, we're going to have to be extremely careful for the reasons mentioned in the beginning of the stream. If you missed that, go scrub back and watch it. And smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Links in the description down below. If you guys need access to any resources and you want to help support the channel, you could use our links. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. I love each and every single one of you. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Shout out to Mike Vito. Shout out to Lord. Shout out to Lord Drake. Shout out to Rockstar Cola. Shout out to Wix White Fine 89. Maso. All the mods. Creighton C. Manitoir. Gen Z. J Violet. The Biomex. Shout out to the CandleMafia. You guys are the best community on earth. I feel blessed to have you guys here and get to do what I love every single day here with you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. You know the rest. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Yo. Whoever said what is on Tito for Traders Reality's thumbnail, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all crazy. I'm not a political person, guys. Listen to me. I'm low key. I don't want to say what I think. I'm just saying I am not political whatsoever. I think it's all a scam, right? But y'all crazy. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see a. Oh, I get it. Okay, y'all are funny. Shout out to Kate Diggity side. I wonder what the motivational quote of the day is. And I will say this. This one's not really motivational. But I actually like this one. I actually saw this on an Instagram post recently, and I did somewhat relate to it. If you know, you know. But yeah, we'll just say this. This one's so real. If you've ever been in any kind of situation, you'll like this one. The loudest voices spreading lies are often those the most terrified of the truth. That's all I got. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the